In 1942, Sir Jesus Miguel Gonzalez and his family began doing handmade candy at their home. It's now 80 years later, and the De La Rosa Candy Company has become one of the biggest names in candy throughout all of Mexico and even around the world. Today, it must face trial against the three amigos if it wishes to achieve snacking immortality. You tried that? You Tried Dat. De La Rosa Candy. I'm Nick Nowak with my pals Chad Hancock.
Hola.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Let me ask you something here, guys.
Ask away.
Have you ever
All ears.
thought about sending your jism to the moon?
I have a lot.
Because it has been thought about by scientists. Uh-huh.
Only if said jism is still contained within my ball sack on my body. In other words, I would like to go to the moon, specifically
in
myself,
your ball sack
and
on your body,
and bring my balls and jizz with me. But,
the only way you're getting my jizz at the moon is if I deposit it there.
Only on one condition: it's still in my ball sack.
Look, there's a lot of craters there. I can fill them. Challenge accepted.
So here's the story. I'll read the main paragraph here. It says, given the increasingly precarious state of things on Earth, some scientists have begun...
We started shipping our cum off.
Pretty much. Some scientists have begun devising plans to commence human life elsewhere. Thus, our continued fixation on the planets like Mars and other places, strategies for relevant uses for our old friend the moon have come up. While the moon isn't an ideal candidate for permanent residence, it may serve as a storage unit for invaluable resources.
The galaxy's biggest sperm bank is the moon.
In fact, the scientific minds at University of Arizona have suggested using our lunar nightlight as a sperm bank. At a recent aerospace conference, the group's representative proposed sending millions of sperm and egg samples to the moon for safekeeping. And it goes on to talk about how they will build some underground trenches and just store legions of sperm.
This sounds an awful lot like some scientist got caught whacking it in a space shuttle or something. And I was like, no, I'm sending it to the moon. And now it's like, he didn't realize it snowballed and now he's got a federal grant.
He was just whacking into a test tube, and then someone walked in. He's like, "It's my project," and then he had to go forward with it for just.
He was quick trying to hide it, just whipped it into the space shuttle, and accidentally took off. I'm like, oh shit!
At least they're going to build a trench, because I thought you were going to say they were just going to store the containers there because it's so cold on the moon, right? They don't need to freeze them or anything. So just sitting out and hope a meteorite doesn't smash into them or whatever.
There's just 3 test tubes leaning up against the American flagpole.
I thought maybe you were going to say that they were shipping them off to the moon in case an alien could see them and then just drink one and see if a baby came out.
Yeah. It's some aliens are passing by in their spaceship and they're just feeling kind of horny and they're like, oh, there's some space cum there on that moon. I think I'll rub it all over my body.
Space cum?
Well, to them, it would be space cum, right? It's not.
I know when I feel real horny, I'm just looking for loose sperm. That's what gets me hot.
I got your new scenario. The guy was cranking, and then someone walked in and he threw it into the space shuttle, which then immediately launched.
In the motion, he leaned on the counter to cover his dong or something, and he accidentally hit the launch button.
And meanwhile, chucked the thing 300 yards behind it, directly into the most amazing basketball shot of all time.
It was NASA scientist Peyton Manning. Drilled a test tube into his shuttle.
Was it Michael Jordan in that like old commercial where it's like off the backboard into the space shuttle, nothing but sperm?
and then Marvin the Martian found it anyway. Oh, I'm pretty horny.
Look at this space jizz.
Yeah, it's like the Nutty Professor as NASA scientist, basically just fucking everything up.
So what do we think about this idea? Because, look, I think if this is the only way we're preserving the human race, just fucking let it go.
Who's preserving it? We're just leaving a bunch of sperm to rot on the moon. Like, they're going to send up the last two scientists that know how to combine egg and sperm, and they're just going to start mixing it all up there and see what happens.
There's no mention of eggs going up there, right? Is it like sperm just on the moon, and then you put the eggs on like Venus and hope in like a million years they collide and babies form or something? Like,
it did say they're sending sperm and egg.
Oh, eggs
sperm
too.
and egg. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, that makes total sense then. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm on board. Now it's it all comes together.
Well, they weren't going to, but they like walked in on a female scientist who was diddling, and then she launched it into the space shuttle.
She just ripped out her ovaries.
I'm not a sex expert, but I don't think when women orgasm, eggs fall out. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's how it works. just ropes of eggs all over the room.
Dance is a horny ass place. We're just fucking jacking it next to space shuttles.
Space eggs now. Yeah. All right. So, Chad, I know we're talking about walking the old dog, but I didn't know you walked your actual dog.
I did. I just a quick funny story of something that happened to me. Maybe you guys can make sense of this and tell me what was going on, because I couldn't figure it out. So I'm out walking my dog the other day, and for those that don't know, I do have a very distinct and unique looking dog. So
Napoleon _Puli.
Yeah, check him out at Instagram, Napoleon _PULI. But it's one of those dreadlock dogs, right? So he's got like really long hair, as people always like to say, like, oh, Rasta dog or whatever, whenever I'm walking past. So he gets a lot of looks. There's been cases in the past where people have like pulled their car over when they're driving past to like get out and like take a picture or ask me questions about him or whatever. And I just eat up the attention. It just gets me like rock hard, and that's how I supply the moon. But anyways, so actually it annoys the shit out of me. I hate when people stop to talk to me. So I'm walking him the other day, and there's like a group of people kind of coming up the hill towards me on the sidewalk, and I notice it's like just like not like a normal group of people, because there's one person who is blind, and I can tell they're blind because they have dark sunglasses on, and they are using a walking stick to walk along the sidewalk and detect obstacles in front of them. And then there is like about 4 other people sort of just like with this person, like the blind person's posse or whatever.
But they can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
The blind man's posse.
So they get up to the intersection, and I'm crossing the street to the intersection to like kind of where they are, and I'm walking past them. And, like one of the posse members, she starts talking to me. She's like, oh, wow, your dog's amazing. Like, beautiful dog, asking me some questions about him, whatever. But then one of the other ones taps the blind woman on the shoulder and says, hey, check out this dog. And so then the blind woman turns to exactly where Napoleon is, lifts up her sunglasses, and can very clearly see, and looks right at Napoleon, and like her jaw drops. And she goes, whoa, what a crazy looking dog. And then
wait a minute, but she's using the stick at all other times to walk?
Yeah. And so I was like, what is going on here? Like, is he just such a amazingly beautiful dog that he restored sight to this this blind person? Or were they just like pretending to be blind for some reason?
A comedy bit or something?
That's bizarre.
It was so fucking weird.
Now, was it a cane, or was it like a long stick and they're waving it back and forth?
It was definitely like a cane that you see a blind person walk with, like where they tap it along the ground and stuff.
Because she could have been wearing like the heavy duty sunglasses. Maybe she just went to the eye doctor or something. Like, there's reasons why people wear like heavy duty sunglasses, but like they don't need a cane to walk.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, have they seen their future and they know they're gonna, like, in 6 months they're gonna lose their sight and they're just practicing now or something?
Did you ask her, like, can you see or not? Like, you say, like, what's up with that?
Nah, I just kept walking.
No.
I don't want to talk to people. I don't know.
Nearby, like, playhouse, and she was a method actor or something.
Maybe, yeah. I thought it would be a little weird to just say to her, like, hey, are you really blind? Like, what's going on? That would be kind of rude. I don't know. What would you guys have done?
Yeah, I wouldn't have asked. I would have just been, thanks. Keep walking.
Yeah, that's really... I would have been looking around for a hidden camera or something. That's like a really bizarre thing to happen.
Because I see, like, there's seeing eye dogs or whatever. Sure. Then somebody has to train them, right? But nobody has to train a stick and sunglasses. So that's where I thought it was kind
certainly
of
true.
Isn't that something like a old wives' tale that if you jerk off too much, you'll go blind?
Yes.
Isn't that something they say?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So maybe there was just a recent shipment to the moon.
There was some kid in high school that we told during study hall that if you jerk off too much, hair grows on the palms of your hands. And he was like, whatever. And then we saw him reading a book and he was like holding it like this. And he would just like, we saw him like glancing at his palms the whole time. We knew he was doing it.
Plus, he was blind, which was the weirdest.
He was also really blind. He was just looking where his hands were. He didn't know.
There's probably some truth to what you said there, Novak, because I did notice that she had like no eggs whatsoever. Just completely eggless. So,
was she walking toward the giant rocket ship station to the launch pad near your house?
Yeah, exactly.
Striding over. Bag full of eggs.
The cane was full of eggs, like the Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park. The shaving cream. That's what the cane was for. It was full just full of blind woman eggs.
DNA.
All right. Let's eat some snacks. We've got 3 snacks, all from the De La Rosa company. We're going to rate them on a 5-point scale. I love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. Let's get this Pulparindo out of the way. The original Pulparindo de Tamarindo Natural. So this is tamarind. Now, a friend of mine and listener, Carolyn, had saw this list of snacks we were having and said, oh, that Pulparindo probably isn't going to go over too well because it's all tamarind. And so she was saying it was a pretty divisive kind of snack.
What is tamarind? Do I know what tamarind is? Like, what makes tamarind divisive?
I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, do you guys know if I know a certain fact?
Well, I'm guessing not because you're asking.
It's a plant, isn't it? Tamarind's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
Tamarind. Oh, it says it's the sperm of a deaf man. No, it's a leguminous tree bearing edible fruit that is indigenous to tropical Africa. So it's some sort of fruit.
Huh.
I'll just go real quickly. Thank you, or maybe not thank you, to Des, who, again, friend of the podcast, who sent these along to us for our snacking pleasure. Okay, maybe not thank you to Des. Says Novak almost died.
So this thing is sticky as fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like a small, thin bar the size of like a dollar bill folded up like 4 times or something.
This is fucking terrible.
It tastes like the remnants of bile. Oh my god, my eyelid's twitching.
Oh, and then it gets stuck in your teeth, and so you keep tasting it.
Chad, you look like you like this, you sick fuck. What are you doing over there? Oh god.
Just getting a full taste of it.
It so what it looks like is almost like when you get the like fruit leather-ish type of candy. It's in a small thin strip, And when you bite it, there's almost like a sugary, like crystal type of texture to it as well.
Is it spicy?
Yes.
There's like a natural, I think that's like the natural.
What a weird thing. Yeah. Like, just it's not like anything I've ever tasted, and that consistency is something else.
It's almost so sour that it's spicy, if that makes sense. Like, it's got like heat to it, and it's really sour to the point where my eyelid is fluttering. Ooh,
it's in like a weird, like in the way that like the ginger candy, has like a natural, like
bite to it.
Bite to it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Geiger, what do you think?
I think I can pre-fill the ratings you guys are going to give here onto the spreadsheet.
Yeah, this sucks ass. Des, you piece of shit. No,
Wow.
I'm kidding, Des. I love you, but don't.
After how many eggs she sent to the moon, that's what you have to say to her?
She's the Johnny Appleseed of the moon. This is not good. So Chad hit on the head. The consistency's bad. The consistency is bad. Rather. It's sticky, gets stuck in your teeth. We know. I couldn't even get the package off of half of mine. I was eating, like, just nibbling off the half because the wrapper is still stuck to the other half, and I can't get it off without digging my fingers in there. And the outside is like kind of sticky / wet, which is never a great thing. But anyway, the taste also sucks. So the taste is very, very sour, like without. And I don't mind spice, but it's a weird. Like I said, I'm really not being hyperbolic when I say it. To me, at least, tastes like you get all of the taste in the back of your tongue, and it's almost like that biley aftertaste you get right before or right after, like you have really bad like acid reflux, or like after you barf. It's like stomach acid feeling to me. So for that reason and several others, I'm giving this a hate that.
All right, Chad.
I don't mind it as much as you guys. Wow. I mean, Novak hasn't given a rating yet, but I know what he's going to give. But it's not good. It's not good. I did end up taking like 3 or 4 bites of it. I ate probably half of it.
Half.
And I don't mind the sourness, actually. Like sour stuff I think doesn't bother me as much. The heat that kind of kicked in after a couple bites does bother me. The consistency is a serious problem. The first bite was really, really disgusting. But then I kind of went back for second and third bites.
You like it exactly as much as I did.
But I didn't mind the subsequent bites as much. Look, here's what I'll say. As I was taking those other bites, I said to myself, I could see why someone likes this. Which is not often the case about stuff that we give, like Flaming Bag of Dog Shit too, where I'm like, I don't understand how anybody likes this. You could definitely see how this could be somebody's cup of tea. It's not mine. I'm gonna squeak it into just barely into hate that, but it's a borderline hate dislike from me.
This is way over the border for me. There's no borderline. This is one of the worst things we've ever had on the show.
Oh, come on.
Without question. It's really nauseating to me. Every bit of it, the texture, the flavor, it's really, really bad. And then you can still taste it long after. There's still a little bit of the burn, sort of like in the back of my throat. So for me, it's a real easy hate dat. It's a flaming bag of dog shit.
yeah, it's a problem.
So, pretty beatable score. Let's go to this innocuous-looking hard candy, which is called the Moo, M-U-U, and Caramello con leche. And then it says Cajeta Dairy Confection Filling Candy. It basically looks like a cough drop. A poo-colored cough drop.
It's not like completely hard, though.
No.
Like a cough drop. It does have a little bit of give. You can kind of bite into it a little bit.
It does?
A little bit. Like the outside is kind of soft, right? Like
a little bit.
Like you can't bite straight through it, but you can sort of like chew away at the outside.
You can make little indents into it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the flavor seem like to you guys?
Well, the outside is like a caramel. This is a dulce de leche flavor.
Mm-hmm. Now the picture on it, the cross section, there is like a liquidy filling in the middle.
Mm. A moon specimen in here.
So you're gonna have to cut out a lot of this 10 minutes of us getting to the middle.
Of us just sucking desperately. Unlike usually of us sucking for a full hour.
You guys didn't just bite through it, finally?
I can't. I don't.
Good.
Mine's not as soft as you're describing. Okay.
You just have like steel teeth or something.
You know.
I got through.
There's no liquid in mine.
I was expecting a more liquidy taste to it. It's just like slightly soft. It almost tastes like, or the feel of it almost feels like there was like caramel inside or something.
Or like
right,
maybe, is it a vanilla cream on the inside, maybe? I don't know. Well, anyway. I like dulce de leche as a flavor, but it is the kind of thing that can be too much. Like, you only want sort of like a little bit of it. Like, maybe like a little layer on a cookie or something like that. That could be good. This is a little too much of that. Also kind of gets stuck in your teeth a little bit. I don't mind stuff getting stuck in your teeth if the flavor is really good. And the flavor is good here. I think this is a good flavor. But I'd like it in a little bit different of a form factor, maybe. And maybe just not quite as overwhelming of that dulce de leche flavor. But I think this is pretty good, actually. I'm going to give this a like that.
I think the flavor is pretty good, too. I was rushing to bite through it just to get a fair rating. But I kind of like this flavor of hard candy. Mm-hmm. I really like butterscotch candy. This isn't too far off from that. It's a pleasant, easy taste. I like the center. It's a nice little change of pace from some hard candies to put a little something different in the center. And it's pleasant. I'm going to give it a second like that. Geiger, do we have a welcome visitor?
No. It's okay. I agree with you guys. The taste is pleasant enough, but it's almost like I'm with Chad. I've had other dulce de leche, or is it tres leche or dulce leche? Anyway, the leche.
Quad leche.
It's quad. Is it leche the ocho? It's fine. It's just way too sweet for me. Like I'm not a huge caramel guy in and of itself, and then it's caramel, and that's super sickly sweet caramel. I also kind of wish there was a little bit more of a liquidy component in the middle. To me, it just tasted like the same as the outside. There was not that much difference. And it gets stuck in your teeth. So this was pleasant enough. It's almost like a super caramely Tootsie Roll, almost kind of in consistency for me. A little harder than that probably, but I would just give it an indifferent. It was fine. It was just, I don't like it quite as much as you guys don't think.
All right.
Fair.
2 likes and an indifferent. Still a good score, and that could win it. Coming up later, we've got the Malva Bony.
I think we can all agree that one was better than the tamarind snack.
A little bit.
Would you guys agree with that?
just a slight bit.
All right. Gaiji, what do we got?
All right. Well, Chad, you mentioned your dog before. Mm-hmm. And May 1st, when this is coming out.
Mab!
Sam! May 1st through the 7th is international, or maybe not international, maybe just national, Pet Week. All about your pets. So now we are 3 dog owners. Mm-hmm. We love our dogs to varying degrees. Chad, I think you are the most probably dog obsessed of the 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean, I pick them over my entire family.
Yeah, exactly. Your dog is bringing sight to the blind. My dog is taking shits in my living room every morning. But
actually, in a tie-in to earlier, you guys did store your dog's sperm.
That's right.
on the moon. Yeah. We do before he was neutered. We we stored his sperm. Should I tell that story? before you get started on derailing.
You told
segment?
us on the.
I think you did tell it
before.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if you
don't think
told
I
it
did.
online. I think you just had mentioned it.
Okay.
But I still have this visual in my mind of what it was. So
You
go
go
ahead
for
and
it.
go tell it.
All right. Well, so when we got him when he was almost 8 years old, and he came from like a breeder in the UK originally, like way back when he was a puppy or whatever. So they have his like pedigree, like however many years back. And so I should say adopt, don't shop. You know, we got him. He was a rescue when we got him. So don't come at me. Anyways, so there was some other Puli breeders that reached out to us and wanted to potentially like try to have him make puppies. But all these breeders are like really far away. Like I think like the closest one that was interested was in like Canada or something like that. So we had to go to get his sperm extracted. So we went to like a couple different dog shows where there was like this mobile dog sperm extraction company.
Mhm.
The old dog bang bus.
And bark bus. And basically what they would do is you go and there's a tent there. It's like a purple tent. And they have like they have a female dog there who is in heat, which is supposed to be like the equivalent of doggy porn, right? It's supposed to get your dog like worked up, yeah. And so it's sort of like a doggy strip club, I guess. And and so you go into the tent, and the female dog is
what was
there.
the cover?
20 bark bucks. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So
They have their own currency too.
yeah.
Okay.
A wild operation. So the female dog is there, and then your dog, or Napoleon, I guess, he comes up behind the dog, and like he starts to get like excited. He's kind of like sniffing her butt, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a person standing there, and they have like gloves on, and then they're holding like a big like plastic bag, like a specimen collection bag. And they're like just sitting there at the ready, like hunched over, like ready to go. And basically as soon as Napoleon got up to like mount the female dog, they had to shove their hand in there and like get the bag over his erect dick before he got it inside. And so then he's sitting there like thrusting into her hand, basically.
Oh, this is so
fucking
fucked.
awful for both parties.
And so,
Uh-huh.
so they had me like hold him while he's doing this, right? So I'm like sitting there like holding him kind of like by the harness or collar or whatever. And he's getting like very excited, and he's like starts like licking my arm and stuff like that, like while he's like getting close.
No.
Oh god.
And then
damn.
like he was definitely like looking at me and making eye contact with me like the first time he came.
The first time.
And I'm pretty sure as an 11-year-old dog or however old he was at the time, that's probably the first time he came in his life. You know, because I don't think he'd been like banging too many dogs. So imagine if you were like 77 first time.
Right.
that's the equivalent
I'd lick the
of it.
nearest arm near me. I'd be fucking licking all the goddamn arms in the room. Jesus.
The weirdest thing is you had forever thought he was a blind dog, and then he stared right at you while he came.
You thought that was a walking stick.
So then afterwards, like the female dog like leaves, and they're like, oh, just like, walk him around. Like it's a pretty small tent, right? Like maybe 12 feet by 12 feet or something. They're like, oh, just walk him in circles around the tent while he, as she says, while he puts himself away. That's what she said. And I basically just had to like walk circles until his like boner went away. It's just like hanging down the whole time. And I'm like, oh, that looks like something.
Wow, that is such a bizarre story.
But then
I hope it haunts the listeners like it haunts my nightmares.
But we never ended up using the sperm yet because like as part of the deal is like we would get a puppy from it, right? Like we would get one of his offspring. But then we had like a real kid, and we were like, oh, we don't have time for a puppy or whatever. So his sperm is just sitting in some like doggy sperm bank, like on ice until like someday when we're
shoot it to the moon.
yeah, when we have more free time, or we decide to store it on the moon.
So you can visit Kennedy Space Center and just launch it into a rocket seconds before.
Yeah, that's the part of the story that I forgot was like, so she's got the bag on him and he's like thrusting and stuff, but then right then like her boss walked in, so she just quickly chucked her sperm behind it and it landed in a space shuttle, which then took off.
Floating around in 0G, coming everywhere. That's like the worst bait and switch I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. First time you're ever going to come, you're about to enter the woman, and some hand reaches out and just jerks you into a Ziploc bag. It's the worst fucking thing. What the fuck?
We've been there. We've all been there.
Remember when you did that to me, Novak? I just turned around and started licking your arm. It was so fucking awkward. She's like, where do you come from? I'm like, shut up, I'm making eye contact with him now.
In this scenario, Novak is the one jerking you off, or the one that like feeds you and provides you shelter and stuff like
He's
that?
Both, okay?
All right, on with the segment. Now that we've ruined everyone's life.
All right. So we are going to do a dog quiz in honor of Dog, who I think we can all agree is the best pet. Is that accurate? We all agree with that? Okay. I don't care if you agree. We're going to do it anyway. I only have one. If you guys said snake, I'd be totally fucked. Yeah. Parakeet. All right. How many parakeets do you have to jack off? No. All right. So we're just going to do a straight up quiz. It's been a while since we did a quiz. We'll take turns. You're each going to answer both of the questions, but we'll see which ones you get right and who wins. It's basically how a quiz works. I don't know how I had to explain that. All right. I got these insane rules. I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer it. All right. Number one, according to the American Kennel Club, in terms of officially registered purebred breeds, how many breeds of dog are there, at least according to 2021? So Novak will let you bat lead off here.
Breeds of dog. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every now and then I'll be flipping by one of those dog shows, and I'm always shocked at how many breeds I've never heard of.
Right. Now, again, I do believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this is purebreds only. This isn't like mixing like the kind of designer mutts and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have the AKC has like these are the official recognized breeds that can compete in like the fucking dog shows and stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna say 85.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's in the 200s somewhere.
Oh wow, that was my first thought, but then I'm like, that's too many.
So I'm gonna say 226.
Okay, Chad's going to get it is a 197.
Oh, okay.
So
that was pretty close.
Yeah, you were right there. All right, so this one goes to Charles.
I do know a lot about it because like we will watch those dog shows. And there's one in San Francisco every year that we used to go to before COVID. I'm hoping to go again next year. It's usually in January. But the nice one about the one in San Francisco is that like you're not just sitting there like watching the dogs. You can actually go like backstage. They have all the dogs like sitting out on like benches and stuff. Yeah. And you can like pet them and meet them and stuff. They're all like super friendly. So you can like you pet like 150
They're all
dogs.
Getting jerked off.
Waiting who is going to make pet them and jerk them off in a bag.
Any breed you want to jerk it off. Rottweiler in a bag, you can do it.
Rottweiler in a bag.
You can fill all the bags.
The row of dogs just with an open space shuttle just waiting beyond.
just John Glenn like, hurry it up. Just jerking them all in all right, number 2. Again, from the American Kennel Club. So we talked about those 197 breeds. Which breed is the most popular among like people that have registered their dogs with them? So like which of those breeds is the most owned in America, according to their research? So I'll have you so that it's fair. You'll both get to name 2 breeds, and then whoever has the combined lowest score, meaning if you get the number 1 dog, it'd be 1, that kind of thing, will win. Let me get over to the website so I can do a search. All right. Chad, you get to go first this time. So why don't you name 1? Novak will name 1, and then you can come back, and then Novak can come back.
Okay. So I am going to say... Wait, can we repeat? Like, can he say the one I said?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't want to tie here. Just to say the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah. Then I'm going to start by saying the one that I'm pretty sure is number 1, which is Labrador.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell him what it was.
No, we're going to... Oh, yeah, we can do that. All right, let me look it up.
No. Let's wait and see.
A golden retriever would be different then, right? Because it's a Labrador retriever and golden retrievers. Okay, so I'm going to do golden retriever.
Okay.
That's a good one, too. I'm almost positive that's in the top 10. I think it... I know this. I've definitely looked at this list before. There's like some... Like, poodle is lower than you would think. And there's like some small breeds, like, kind of near the top. And I don't remember if it's like pug or something like that that's pretty high. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna go with Corgi.
Oh boy. Okay.
Pug. I'm gonna go with pug.
Wait, did you change?
Yeah, I'm going with pug.
Okay.
I think I'm going to steal from Chad's thought. And I think people who own a poodle would be more likely to register it. So I'm going to go with poodle.
Okay. This might be an interesting one. Let me just get this. I think, Novak, you've definitely got it. So,
Shit.
Chad, you were right in that a Labrador is number 1. So you got the number 1. Novak, Golden Retriever is number 3. Novak, you also got, where is it? You said Poodle was 5, actually.
Oh, wow.
And Chad, Pug is 33.
Oops.
Whoa.
So the top 5 were Labrador, French Bulldog.
French Bulldog is what I was thinking of. That's
Golden
I wouldn't
Retriever.
have pulled that in a million years.
Golden Retriever is 3, German Shepherd was 4, and a Poodle was 5.
Oh, wow.
German
Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, there's a bunch of others. Do you want me to look up Pooley for you? I can see where Pooley is.
It's like 160 something. I've looked it up before. Yeah.
Pulli.
Pulli.
Geiger Lambo is just a lab, right?
She's a black lab,
yeah.
Maybe mixed with something. Is it Pulick with a K at the end?
Yeah, that's the plural.
Okay, 164.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all tied up then, 1-1. Good work, gentlemen. I'll mark you down. Okay. Now, dogs are funny, or are they not? I don't know. You guys think dogs are funny?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But also what's funny is a big fat dog, right? Big old fat fucking dog, right? Pretty fucking funny. Oh, darn it. I forgot I had the sound effects all queued up for when you guys get one right. Okay, here,
It's better be a bark or something.
Yeah, okay. We'll do it from now on. All right.
Big old fat dog just shooting ropes into a bag.
Big old fat dog with big old fat ropes to come. All right. According to the Guinness Book, who is the heaviest dog in the world? Well, we know who it is. Sorry, you don't know the name. It's Zorba. Peaches. Name that dog.
Beethoven.
Yeah. Zorba, who is an English Mastiff. So what you need to tell me is how much Zorba weighs.
I was going to go St. Bernard. How much does Zorba weigh?
Sure.
I've seen some dogs that look like horses before.
Yeah.
So Zorba's got to be the big old B. I'm going to say 2... No, this is probably higher than this, but 275.
Okay. Sure.
Wow.
Johnson.
Dead ass. I will go lower than that. I don't think it's over 200, so I'll go 200.
Novak, you get it. Zora, that fat fucking dog, 343 pounds.
Whoa!
Wow. I have to Google Zorba now. Zorba dog.
Geiger's struggling with the sound effects here.
It's not working. Hold on. Fucking press. I went to search a sound button. Now give me my fucking sound. All right. Pretend there's a dog barking right now.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Oh, maybe hold on.
You do the bark. Yeah. Get Lambo in here.
Why is this not barking?
Yeah, Lambo barks during every other.
Zorba died in 1992.
Oh.
According to Guinness.
So 0 pounds is actually. So I was right.
Zorba looks like the dog from Sandlot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, this one's not working. Oh, this is the one. Maybe. All right, hold on. What the fuck? Okay, he's not working. I got two of them. I
continues to not know how to use his phone.
I had one of the dog barking, and I had one of Sean Connery going, "You're the man now, dog." But anyway, moving on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was really going to be funny. Moving on.
That's very funny.
So there are other kinds of dogs out there.
Also,
like,
can't work a pen and paper. You're like
I got
looking
it all spread
over the
out.
paper for the next question.
All right. I didn't. All right. Look, I got all hot and bothered by your story, and I can't focus. So talking about dogs, talking about hot dogs. It's got a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
How expensive is the world's most expensive hot dog? So fancy ass hot dog, Chad. You're up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You've been known to throw back a few dogs now and again.
I do love
Yeah,
hot
but he
dogs.
eats the dollar dogs at the Oakland A's game.
Yeah, they don't. They don't have those anymore. I wish they did, but yeah, I went to the Oakland A's game when they had Dollar Wednesday hot dogs, and I ate 5. And I had bought 6, and then
gross.
I was just like looking at that 6th one, and I'm like, I just can't, and I just threw it in the trash.
At what point in your I could never imagine sitting down and going, I'm gonna eat 6 fucking hot dogs in one sitting.
Did you order 6? Did you say, "Hey, 6 over here," or did you get them a few at a time, like one at a time, eat it, go back?
No, it wasn't one at a time. It was in 2 batches. I went and got 3, and then I wanted more, so I went and got 3 more. But I probably should have just got none more. So,
were you every time you went up, you were like, "Oh, I have a big family." Were you making excuses, or they're just like?
Well, the first time I actually bought 4 because I got one for my wife, but the second time it was just 3.
All right. How much do you think the top dog is costing?
Yeah, there's some they always have these stunt menu items at restaurants where it's flecks of gold and moon sperm and all sorts of other stuff on it. So yeah, and then there'll be $1,500 or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say $1,500.
Wow. Now every time we do one of these questions, I way over guess it.
Yeah.
And then it's just something like $40. So I'm going to say $40.
Novak, you will definitely get it. According to what I found, the most expensive one is only $169. Only. It's a steal. It's called the Junibon from Japan. So it's made of Wagyu beef, smoked cheese bratwurst, butter teriyaki grilled onions, shaved black truffle, caviar, Japanese mayo, foie gras, and maitake mushrooms. That is.
I want to see the $1,500 hot
dog. Oh, and it's also got a PlayStation 5 tape to it.
And it's made out of human remains.
All right, Novak, you're up 3-1. So, Chad, you're going to have to get your fucking ass in gear.
Oh, boy.
All right. Dog movies. Everyone loves a good dog movie, right?
Hey, bud.
Yeah. There are Rotten Tomatoes ranked the 67 best dog movies. Okay. You're going to each name a dog movie that you think is the highest ranked on the list, and whoever is higher wins. Okay. So whose turn is it? Chad's? No,
Novak.
Novak's.
Oh, shit.
Give me a dog movie.
Good. I'm literally trying to think of a good dog movie.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of.
It's not porn, too, okay? Because it's Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
So don't give me a
doggy
porn.
style. Air Bud doggy style.
Doggy sluts 5.
The only one I can think of that people really like that is very dog centric is Marley and Me.
Damn.
Okay.
That was the one I was going to go with. Yeah, I was going to go with that one because that is a good movie. Although I never want to watch it again.
Right.
Some other ones that come to mind might be high up is maybe something like Turner and Hooch, or the one I'm actually going to go with that I think they'll probably like for nostalgia reasons, which is Old Yeller.
Oh,
Chad Hancock just named the number 1 ranked dog movie.
Wow,
man,
Old Yeller. Marley and Me was 43.
Oh,
yikes!
So,
what's it like the top?
Okay,
top
our
couple?
top 5: Old Yeller, Red Dog, True Blue. I've never fucking heard of that in a day of my life. But,
it's not like some shit Chemnitz would name.
It was from 2016, so probably not.
Oh.
Yeah, John Wayne kicks his dog for 2 hours. Number 3. No. Number 3 is 101 Dalmatians. 4 is something called Heart of a Dog. I've never heard of that either. No. 2015. And 5 was, and this is kind of stretching it, Wallace and Gromit. The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Because one of them's a dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Gromit's a dog.
Lassie Come Home, Best in Show, Lassie,
Best in Show,
Lady and the Tramp, and White Dog.
Yep.
From 1982.
I'm not sure if I agree with the 101 Dalmatians above Lady and the Tramp, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's controversial, I know.
Yeah.
But regardless, you take that
fucked.
one, Chad. Yeah, it was
a little... Great list.
Okay.
AFI, you fucked up. Or whoever that was.
All right, another famous dog. Dog the Bounty Hunter. So, you guys, did you ever watch Dog the Bounty Hunter? Or Dog Most Wanted or any of that stuff?
Nope. I've seen it.
Right. Well, he's super, super not relevant anymore. He is broke as shit, from what I read. But you can get Dog the Bounty Hunter merch on redbubble.com. This isn't a sponsored content. I'm just letting you know. So, you could get t-shirts, you get cup holders, all that kind of stuff. But if you wanted a sticker that shows Dog looking all fierce and intimidating, that says, "Stay off the ice, brudda," on it, how much would you have to pay, guys? What do you think?
A sticker?
Yeah, a sticker. You can stick it anywhere on your thermos. It's like they showed it on a thermos, so it would be like, this won't help the view or the listeners, but like
inch or 2 inches tall.
Yeah, like a decal.
It says "Stay off the ice, brother."
Brudda, like because it's like the Hawaiian way to say brother.
Is he Hawaiian?
Well, that's where he did his bail bonds business, was Hawaii.
Yeah, the whole show took place in Hawaii.
Yeah, and they have a lot of problems with it. Every show is him pretending he was going to murder some like bail jumper, getting his hands on him, screaming at him, and then like trying to get them off drugs in the car. Like, your life's going to be stay off the ice, brother. Like every single episode.
I didn't know. For some reason, I just assumed he, like, from the way he looks, that he was in like the deep South. You know what I mean? Like Alabama or something like that. I
think he was originally from somewhere in the South in America. He like originally was a felon. I was reading up on him today because I was trying to find facts about him. But he was in the car when a drug deal went bad and he murdered a guy.
Down the Dog the Bounty Hunter wormhole.
Yeah. The second fact on the Wikipedia page is please buy this sticker. Chad, are you going first here?
Yeah.
You clicked page 2 of Dog the Bounty Hunter search and it just said, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure? There's not much left. That's what it said.
Now, are we including tax and shipping here or no?
No, I just the number that shows up when I look at the merch page.
Okay, great.
When you get to page 2, it says, "Are you sure you're not on the ice, brother?" Like,
So he's not talking about actual ice since they're in Hawaii.
No, he's talking about crystal meth, I
Hawaii.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
the famous ice flows of Oahu. Lay off the skiing, brother.
Stay off the shaved ice, brother. I'm gonna say $5.29.
Ooh. The number in my head before he spoke was $5.99.
So you $5.99 and you said what?
$5.29.
You win. It's $1.29. Guys, this is fucking This fucking dog's a bounty hunter.
I don't know.
$5 for a decal? What the
They charge a lot for that shit.
The man's in no position to bargain right now.
You said he's broke.
Yeah, he needs money.
He's trying to get it back in big chunks.
That's when you're broke, that's irrelevant. That's when you charge even more. If I could just sell 2 stickers, I could sell off my home. 20,000 a piece. All right. Next question, guys. Are you all tied up, Chad? You've come back 3-3. So anyone's.
I got the 29-cent part right. I'm pretty impressed about that.
How many questions in this quiz?
Well, 9 questions. So we're over halfway. So another famous dog, Spuds MacKenzie. Super relevant as well. You guys remember Spuds MacKenzie, right? The old
partying.
What?
An old reference of Futurama episode.
Okay. He is obviously was the sponsor for Bud Light beer. He's a bull terrier. Which of the following facts about Spuds is not true? So I guess by definition is not a fact. All right. Number 1, Spuds was actually female. Number 2, Spuds was in the talks to have a movie starring Spuds MacKenzie.
It's got to be true.
3, one of the women, the scantily clad skinny women in the Spuds MacKenzie's commercials inspired Sir Mix-a-Lot to write Baby Got Back. And 4, Spuds' real name, obviously Spuds MacKenzie was not his birth given name by his parents. His real name was Honey Tree Evil Eye. So which of those things is not true?
I love that he's going to star in a movie, or he's going to be in a movie. You said starring Spuds MacKenzie.
I know. I thought you were going to say like starring Robert Duvall or something.
Yeah, Robert Duvall, Sidney Poitier in Spuds' Day Out.
He was going to have a small side role in a Martin Scorsese.
Joe Pesci has to slit his throat for owing him money or something. Fucking Spuds MacKenzie. Who you laughing at? All right.
Who's first?
Novak, I think this is you. So is it...
All right.
You want me to review it real quick again, or you got it?
No. Okay. I get it. I'm going to go with that he was a she.
That's not true, you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
Or wait, I'm picking out the one that's not true?
Only one of these is a lie.
Oh, and I guess I do need the other one.
So
the reason I thought that was true.
Yeah. Spuds was a female.
Yeah.
Spuds was having a movie written about him, or that was
Robert Duvall.
That's definitely
star
true,
Spuds MacKenzie. The women in his commercials inspired Sir Mix-a-Lot to write "Baby Got Back" as a retort.
Sure, shit sounds fake, but
real name was Honey Tree Evil Eye.
All right. I know you're trying to fool me here, but I'm still going to go with the Sir Mix-a-Lot. I think it's got to be a female dog.
Okay.
But
you're saying number
Sir
3?
Mix-a-Lot. Yeah.
Okay. Chad?
I feel like I've heard that female fact before too. The movie one sounds true for sure because they'll make any bullshit. And I know that if Spuds is a purebred dog, those purebred dogs do have like weird ass names. Like you see it on the dog show where they'll be like, "Oh, this is their full name," and it sounds like a horse racing name, right? Like Spankle Bottom Nuts Swack or something.
Just like that, yeah. That's
it. Most horses are called.
Now coming down the 4th leg of the Kentucky Derby, it's Spankle Bottom Horse Swag.
So I agree with Novak. I'm also going to go with that third one.
Well, you can both be wrong.
Wow.
That actually was a footnote on his Wikipedia page that Sir Mix-a-Lot wrote that as a retort. It was that he was going to star in a movie.
Really?
Yeah, maybe he was, but it wasn't anything I had found. So it actually was, for some reason, a minor controversy that he was she. It was a she, technically. I don't know why anyone cared at the time.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was also drew the ire of Congress. Strom Thurmond had a huge media campaign against him because everyone thought he was trying to make drinking beer cool to kids.
Famous segregationist Strom Thurmond
Right.
complaining about a fucking
about
dog.
the shit that matters. Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
giving
him.
that dog the old Honey Tree Evil Eye. All right, Chad, you 4-3. We've got, I believe, 2 questions left.
Wait, how did Chad get a point there?
Then he just. Oh, you're right. Neither one of us got it. All right, so. Good call. Good call. All right, you're still tied up.
No,
Anyone's
I
game.
get a point because he wasn't actually in talks to star a movie starring Spuds MacKenzie, but there were talks for a movie starring
Written by
Robert
Spuds
Duvall.
The fix is in here.
Yeah.
You promised to jerk Geiger off into a bag or something?
Oh God, please! I've never had sex yet. Yeah, no. I think he just had screenwriting credit. I don't think he was going to star in it.
Yeah.
He added an extra woof. Okay,
Geiger, I will jerk you off into a bag, but you're not getting plastic. It's paper all the way.
Ooh, fuck.
Oh, ouch.
A burlap sack? No, chafing. Spuds MacKenzie, pretty cool dog.
Mm-hmm.
But is he as
Another
cool?
Spuds MacKenzie question?
No.
Oh.
All right. Now that you know she's a woman,
How cool is he?
No. What other famous dog character? Snoopy. Super fucking cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe cool.
Yeah. According to Ranker magazine, where does Snoopy rank on the all-time best dog characters?
Out of how many?
You would have to ask me that.
A lot.
I think it was 25, if I'm not mistaken. 25 or 50. I think it might be 50.
All right, Chad, you're up.
All-time best dog character. So it's not going to be number one. It's two.
Here, I'll look it up real quick so we have it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got like the likes of Marmaduke out there.
Yeah, I was about to say, which other dogs stand out?
And
The likes of Marmaduke.
Beethoven.
Tramp.
Spuds MacKenzie.
Spuds MacKenzie
Lady.
is also always there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna, but I still, Snoopy's probably near the top just for so famous. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
Now, I'm thinking maybe like Lassie would be one.
Oh, yeah.
But Snoopy's way up there. He's super famous. And I can't think of many that would be, so I'm going to...
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Right.
His dog
famous character.
Invented.
So maybe there's just a lot I'm forgetting, and this is really narrowing the number of a list if it's up to 25. So this is not playing the percentages.
Let me actually look up real quick. I have the list up now. There is... Yes, there's 25. Okay.
So instead of choosing the 21 side, I'm going to pick the possible 3 answers. I think he's in the top 3, so I'm going to say 3.
Okay, so Chad, you have 4, and Novak, you had 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Novak, you get it. He is number 2.
Ooh.
Wow.
Number 2. So any... well, actually, now with it, since you guys didn't get one of them, in case Chad gets the next one, we'll save this list as the tiebreaker, and you both to just guess a dog on there and see who's higher.
All right.
I'll let you know who's number 1 at the end if it doesn't come to that. I know you're probably on the edge of your seat. All right.
I kind of am,
and
actually.
Finally, yeah.
I want to
Finally,
know.
Chad, you brought up your boy Marmaduke. It's funnily enough,
my boy.
He is the subject of our last question here. According to Urban Dictionary, what is a Marmaduke? So there are, I will tell you right off the bat, there were 5 fucking pages of Marmaduke answers on Urban Dictionary. So I've written down, now I have eliminated ones that are just like a big dumb dog in a cartoon or a terrible cartoon, or ones that just say like a woman's vagina, which is one of the answers. She whipped out her Marmaduke. Like that's not it. I'm not counting that. Not
How
saying
are you
all of these are
judge who's right, because we're not going to get it.
You just give us me an hey, we've done this before. You give me an answer, and I'll decide if one of you wins it. Based on the there's like I wrote down 9 different possibilities based on what I saw in there that I can kind of match it to.
I wish I knew anything about Marmaduke lore so that I could like try to infer, like, oh, does Marmaduke usually like trip down the stairs? And then it could be like something when you fuck her on the stairs, or you know what I mean? Like,
yes, all the Marmaduke lore would really help you out. The one, it's like
it's a 9-panel comic.
Like Lost, yeah.
It's a 9-panel comic of at the first one, he's at the top of the stairs, and then there's 7 straight ones of him rolling, and the last one he just fucking splats onto the floor.
There's this one of Marmaduke hungrily staring at a female dog, and the last panel, a hand reaches out and starts jerking him off.
I was gonna say, isn't it like 9 panels and he's falling down the stairs, and then the 9th panel is he lands his dick in a paper bag?
I think I have to go first.
Yes, you do.
Okay, one thing I know the joke about Marmaduke is that he's knocking stuff over. He's so big, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And I think he also is known to give big, sloppy kisses to the owners. So I'm going to say that it's something to do with during sex, licking the person's face like a dog.
Okay. Jan?
And I'll say it's when things, now that I know some of the lore, thank you, Novak, I'm going to say it's when things get so rough that you just start knocking things, like knocking appliances off the table, that kind of stuff. Knocking over lamps.
You got no idea who's closer.
I am going to go with Novak. All right. So on the basis of what the top answer, actually, when I went in to see what Marmaduke was when you are having sex with a woman, and you start motorboating her with your tongue out and slobbering all over her chest and face and stuff. So
that was like my initial thought, actually, but then I got confused by the lore.
Yeah, it was too much lore probably for you. Some other possible answers: the act of mooning another individual or group and bending at such an angle that the mooner's ballsack is revealed. For some reason, the second half of that sentence made me laugh so hard. The mooner's ballsack was revealed. It's like the fucking Prestige. And for the denouement, here's your
wait, and that's where all the sperm is stored, on the moon's ballsack.
Yeah. A large or voluminous bowel movement, and then the example sentence is, I laid a real Marmaduke in there.
That's literally for every term.
Yeah.
For every
if your dick is the size of a large dog was one of them. And then some were just innocuous, like big feet, if you're really drunk. Or like something simple like when a Great Dane jizzes on your face was one of them too.
All right, let me try to redeem myself by guessing the top dog from that list.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo.
Novak, you care to...
Lassie.
Scooby-Doo is number one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so... You don't win, though. It's Novak still won. But,
yeah, I know.
So the top five, Scooby-Doo.
I was going Lassie. I was going to, stop you from Lassie. Where's Lassie in there?
Let me see. Real quick. Top five, Scooby-Doo, Snoopy, Pluto, another famous dog.
Ooh.
Another one I thought you guys would guess was Goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And then five is Slinky Dog from Toy Story.
Oh,
like, if it gives... 6 is Doug from Up. I was like, okay, come on. Let me see if Lassie's in here.
I love Up or whatever, but that's like a single movie, and you're saying that's like the
right. Lassie was 17. Novak.
Wow,
17. Toto.
Look, I couldn't give two shits about Lassie, but I mean, I think Lassie deserves a little more credit for its years of service over Up Dog.
How many fucking kids has Slinky Dog saved from a well? Let me ask you that.
Right. There's a lot like the Tramp, Clifford. All of these rank below Lady and Clifford, the Tramp. Yeah. Clifford, Odie, Copper from The Fox and the Hound, Beethoven, Gromit, Toto, Pongo. All these rank above fucking Slinky Dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah. Anyway, justice for Pongo.
Right. Let's eat our last snack.
Yeah.
The Paleta Malva. Is it Malva Bony or Malva Bony?
Yep.
Yeah. Bony, however you say it. So so on the front of it, it looks like the drawing looks like a ice cream sandwich. It looks like a picture that would be on the side of an ice cream truck. But the package is so tiny, and it's just got a thin little, I don't know what this is the size of, but it's like a fun size. It's like if you put two fun size Hershey's next to each other or something. It's a pretty small thing on a tiny little stirring straw.
Why is this? Why did we need a straw? This isn't a sucker.
You don't get your hands sticky.
Kind of bad.
What is this?
Doesn't taste like chocolate.
The inside's marshmallow, maybe?
He said with consternation.
Looks almost nothing like the picture on the package. His mine's squished to shit.
Yeah. This thing fucking sucks.
No good. The marshmallow is super stiff, and like the chocolate's not even good. The chocolate doesn't even taste like chocolate; it just tastes like sugar.
It's a weird sponginess.
Yeah.
Marshmallow lollipop with chocolate flavor coverage. That's the description.
Odd way to put it.
Look, we put enough on there. It's gonna get
enough coverage. We can call it a chocolate lollipop.
All right.
Come on, Des. Des, come on.
I'm first.
Oh, Des.
There's not much good about this thing. It is... The chocolate's real bad. The marshmallow has a very odd consistency. I'm not going to give it a hate that because it's not... I don't want to spit it out. It just doesn't taste good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really fucking poor execution. Why anyone would pay $1 for this candy. I don't care if you got this fucking...
You pay for things with dimes?
This? If I got this even in a trick-or-treat bag, I would never open it. This is really bad. I would tell everyone else not to eat it. It's even a small step down from when you get like a generic marshmallow Santa at Christmas, and they're awful. Think of like a bad version of that. This is a step down from that. I was gonna do dislike that, but this thing
you did just say I can't give it a hate that. You did say
I did,
that.
but then I started talking about it. And it's really, really shitty and poorly done. It's not as bad as the tamarind, but it still deserves a hate. I'm going to give it a hate that. So, Geiger, what do you think?
Map.
Yeah, it's fair. If I had countless dimes, I would not give a single dime. Not one of my
countless dimes. You wouldn't have to worry about this.
If I had countless dimes and I was still eating Malva Bony, something went wrong with my life. This sucks. It's just not good. The consistency is not good. It's not like, how hard is it to fuck up a marshmallow candy? Marshmallow candies. I'm not a picky eater. We all know this, and I like chocolate coverage on marshmallow.
Did you eat the whole thing? Because I think I saw you eat it.
Oh yeah, well it's not that big. But, yeah, well, seriously, it's not that big. You got the little stick and everything. But it wasn't. It's not good. I kept eating it, hoping it would get better. Like I love chocolate covered marshmallow, like those bunnies.
Why did you think that would happen?
I don't know.
Maybe the next bite.
Just do it. Maybe if I put 2 dimes in here.
Maybe the coverage is better a little further down the stick.
It has no like flavor. It actually, that's not right. It has a sugary flavor.
It's got a flavor.
Yeah, but like I don't taste, and I know it's covered in chocolate or it has coverage of chocolate, but it's not. Doesn't taste like chocolate. It just tastes like sugar. It's the weirdest thing, and it's really bad. Having said that, I don't think I can quite go hate. It's real bad. I'm going to give it a strong dislike, but I'm not going to give it a hate. Because I think of hate, that tamarind is like 1,000 leagues worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to be stuck in the middle here. It cannot win, and it cannot get last either. But Chad, what do you think?
Well, even if I had an entire march of dimes, I wouldn't. Nothing about this works. It's one of the worst marshmallows I've ever put in my mouth in my entire life. This chocolate is some of the shittiest chocolate. And honestly, I don't even think the coverage was that good. Like, there were a lot of spots where the mushroom was poking through. Like, I could see that it was a mushroom underneath before I even took a bite. Actually, to me, this thing is worse than the tamarind. It's really got an awful aftertaste, and it's so just offensively poorly done. At least the tamarind, they're trying for something. This is just low effort, disgusting nonsense. Easy hate that for me.
2 hates, a dislike. The winner today is the Moo candy. And it had a decent score. We've had winners with worse scores than this. It was pleasant enough, but I don't think anyone would say you should go find this thing. It was just, a decent hard candy. So a rough one today. Thank you, Des.
Thank you, Des.
We actually do appreciate you sending us.
Yeah.
Please send us more stuff.
Yeah.
Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you would like to share any dog stories, if you have jerked off a dog, if you've sent a dog cum to space, if you're blind but not really, all the things we talked about, if you're Dog the Bounty Hunter and you're desperately waiting for these stickers to come in, you can give us a call at youtrydat@gmail.com. Give us a call. Fucking A. Email us at youtrydat@gmail.com. Go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to Facebook. We have You Tried Dat group. We are on Twitter as well. Hashtag You Tried Dat. Let us know what you think. Give us a review, a like, a star, anything like that. Tell your friends and family if you enjoy it, and if you think they would too. And as always, thank you for listening.
All right.
There it is. Is that I think that was the button I was trying to get there.
I pulled it up. All right. Well,
great job.
That does it for this week. And we've got one I'm looking forward to a lot. If you are a fan of Tim Tams, as we all are, and have given great scores in this podcast, then you're going to want to tune in for the Tim Tam flavor, full Tim Tam episode.
And one I'm looking forward to, jar of boiled peanuts.
That's fucked. I can't believe we're eating the jar. I've never even seen those fucking things before. So if you really want to come back for another hate dad, come back for the jar of boiled peanuts. But that's going to do it for this time. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.